will get to meet Brazil in the championship game tomorrow. Despina Barton alongside Javon Shepard, the former Canadian national team member. His Canucks are on the court. They're the only unbeaten team in Group B, and they will face off against the #1 team in the world, Team USA, who we have seen falter here in the AmeriCup. Canada, the higher seed in today's contest. You see Brazil took care of Puerto Rico, so they have slid into that gold medal game, and the loser, Puerto Rico, will go ahead and play the loser from this game for the 3rd place. So Brazil already sealing up a podium position here at the FIBA Women's AmeriCup. Canada finished 4th, so just off that podium back in 2021. They own a 1-14 all-time record against Team USA, Javon, but Team USA is very, very different this go-around.
They are, and when you look at, firstly, when you look at Canada and a team that's undefeated right now, and you think how? And the easy answer is they're scoring points, they're putting the ball in the hole, but no, they're holding their opponents at 28.6% shooting from the floor. So it's starting from defense for them, and they're really locking up. They're turning teams over. They're averaging about 18 points off of turnovers, right? So 2nd in the tournament. So it's really started on the defensive end for them. They've gotten out, they've locked up. And for USA, you know, they really have to take care of the ball today. They have to handle Canada's pressure. They have the 2nd best bench to Brazil in the tournament, and they're going to need that bench tonight. So they've got to rebound the basketball and get out and get themselves to the free throw line. That's just going to be a measure of how aggressive and how assertive they are.
Team USA, the visiting team, so they'll be wearing their dark blue jerseys. And before any competition began here in León, Mexico, Canada and USA, they had a scrimmage against one another. So this will technically be the 2nd time these two will be meeting here in León. This one only official, and with an opportunity to seal a bid to the title game. We've got some fans from both sides in attendance. Coach Victor La Peña, the Canadian head coach who took over in 2021 for Lisa Tomaitis. His unit 5-0 in the home team here today. And before we get started, we will stand for the national anthems first for the United States. And now for Canada. And so these two teams will meet at midcourt here, exchange a small gift from their home country. Before the fight on the court begins, Canada, the top seed in Group B, USA, the second best in Group A. A look at the officiating crew here tonight. The unit that will be tasked with calling this contest. USA, they're the reigning World, Olympic, and AmeriCup champs. They are looking to three-peat here. Only difference, they've got a new crop of young NCAA stars, 7 on this roster making their first appearance here for the national team. So look at the starters, Raven Johnson, Layla Fili gets her 3rd straight start, Rakia Jackson, then we have Angel Reese and Charisma Osborne. Reese, Osborne, Jackson, the 3 trio that have started from the beginning of this competition till now. Cammie Etheridge, the head coach for Team USA. She is the Washington State University head coach, and she was named National Coach of the Year. She's won a gold medal as a team player, for Team USA in the 1988 Olympics, and she will have the tall task of coaching against Canada. This team feeling themselves, they're dancing, they're having a good time, they're unbeaten here, they've had some time to scout. And a look here at the starting 5, Kali Prosper, the young 18-year-old, gets her 4th start of the tournament. And you have Kayla Alexander, Naira Fields, and Aaliyah Edwards. Those 3 on the bottom, Alexander, Fields, and Edwards, the core group 2 for Team Canada, along with Kali. That has gotten every start for Victor LaPeña's squad. That's the head coach of Canada. They've got the better seed. On paper, they're the favorites to win this contest. But Javon, for you, what will be the deciding factor as these two go to toe-to-toe?
Who takes care of the basketball, right? Because I think, Canada's done a great job of turning teams over, forcing offense from their defense. But I also believe that the USA, they're not going to be scared of the guards of Canada. They're not going to be scared of Naira Fields. They're not going to be scared of Coley and the pressure that they put on the basketball. So I think this is really just going to come down to, for both teams, who's going to take care of the basketball the most, who's going to execute. And again, both of these teams want to get out and run. So off of those rebounds, we can expect a track meet, a fast-paced game. So from there, you can play fast, but you've got to take care of the ball.
And you saw Brazil in the stands. They're going to play the winner of this game tomorrow in the championship. Argentina here too. That's who Canada sent home packing yesterday in the quarterfinal, which Canada had the toughest matchup as far as quarterfinals go. Argentina, the toughest one-win team here in Lyon.
I think having that game as a quarterfinal tune-up is a good match to have, right? Yes, it can be a close game, a scare, in that sense, but at the same time, it prepares you for these semifinal games.
And before we get started here, we are going to take a moment of silence to honor the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame inductee, Nikki McCray-Penson, gold medalist in 1996 in the 2000 Olympics, as well as a FIBA world champion in 1998. She passed away yesterday and was 51 years old.
Queremos invitar a los equipos y a los aficionados que están aquí hoy, que ayer perdimos a un miembro muy importante de la comunidad de baloncesto y de la organización de USA Basketball. Nikki McCray, que fue inducida al Salón de la Fama del Baloncesto de Berlín en 2012, participó en los Juegos Olímpicos de 1946.
Everyone on their feet here to partake in the moment of silence. McCray, a member of the basketball community and certainly of Team USA's family. for Team USA. They were playing for Coach McRae in that victory against Colombia. And they want to make their nation proud as Canada gets the jump ball, and Shea Colley will start the offense. Alexander cutting. Reese gets in the lane. We've got the best rebounders in the entire tournament on the floor right now.
That we do. So you know it's going to be a wrestling match under there for that for the basketball.
Alexander, elbow extended, hits every bit of the iron and goes in.
There's a great flash of the basketball, inbound right into a shot.
Kia Jackson driving at Edwards. That one will go too.
Strong attack, strong take. That's what Rakia's done all tournament, just make those physical plays where she put the ball on the floor and just got right to the basket.
Prosper, the 18-year-old, on the floor for Team Canada. Fields driving through traffic, loses the handle. Lots of bodies going at that one. The official says Team Canada will get the ball, and the block against USA.
Fields there just lose control of the basketball, and Johnson just runs her over. AC Kayla Alexander flash into the ball and just stops and pops.
Colley pulls the trigger. Prosper with a rebound. So Canada, another go at it.
Big time play, offensive rebound, and she's not afraid, goes back up with her offhand and left hand.
Felia with the ball. Backdoor cut, interrupted. Alexander, we're running with Naira Fields. Inside denial. And USA trucking down court. Johnson on the free throw line, misses. Reese and Edwards. Canada ball. Prosper hitting the cutter. Fields and the foul.
That's a great look by Prosper. And Fields curling off of Alexander on that screen there, tight right into the paint. Prosper making a big time pass. And Fields just laying it in and one. See, dropping it off, bounce pass. Fields the concentration to finish the basketball. Great screen by Edwards, which has Johnson curling late off of the play.
Fields misses. Alexander gets the rebound. So a fresh shot clock and another opportunity for Canada. Fields off the screen this time, an elbow shot, no go. Reese with the defensive rebound. Rakia Jackson will pull up the long two in the eye of Edwards.
That's a matchup she says she likes, right? Calls her own number. Jackson gets the basketball and that one dribble to her right into her pull-up.
Alexander coming up for the screen. Fields, that ball taken away. Reese had a hand in it. Osborne running. Colley following. And a big pull down by Canada. Fields in transition, miss off the glass. Colley, left layup, no. Jackson's pass in dangerous territory. Reese on the block, going at Alexander. Turn, spin, squares up, it's good. Count it, and one.
That's the most aggressive take we've seen from Reese all turning, right? Just dropping it into the post, and she just looks comfortable taking the ball, two dribbles to the middle, and then spinning away on Alexander, getting the and one. she struggled with the physicality of the international play. You could just see, okay, if you're going to adjust and adapt in a semifinal game, I'm sure everybody's going to be fine with it.
Even at the podium yesterday, she was saying how just relentless their pursuit is. And it's all about surviving and advancing for this very young Team USA squad. 3-point play complete. She'll check out. And Lauren Betts, the leader in double-doubles in the tournament, is on the floor now for USA. Johnson picking up Kali here, full court. Deja Kelly staying with Alexander on the slip. 5 seconds to shoot. Johnson, Kali, long two, misses. Prosper with the rebound. Couple offensive for Prosper. Deja Kelly, 3-ball, long two. He's saying a long two.
Long two, those long twos kill you, but big time shot. Great defense by USA on this end here, where they have kind of a little flustered. They're switching everything and not really, Canada's not able to really turn the corners right now.
Prosper turn and drive. And a foul against USA. On number 6, this is going to go against Layla Filia.
Here you see just the attack here by Prosper has a slight advantage on Filia here. And the push, the kick to Kelly in the corner. She spots up, gets her feet set. Long two, but it counts.
Backdoor feed to Fields, can't be handled. And a turnover for Canada.
Right now, USA doing the job of heating up Canada, giving them a taste of their own medicine.
Johnson here has to get across midcourt. Okay. Jewel Spear on the floor now for Team USA. Betts is telling her to move. She wants it. Posted up against Alexander. Turns, splits, shake and bake.
And she was calling it, right? Big calls it. You drop it in, and they produce. You better come back down and give it to them again. Great job by Betts. They're just working Alexander.
Kelly staying in front. Barker with the weak side rebound. Kelly driving to the lane, a push, and Kali will pick up her first personal.
And that's a great attack by Kelly there. And Betts also attracts so much attention. She runs the floor, gets to her spot, and everybody's paying attention to her. Now you have Kelly attacking the basket, and Kali with the late bump. AC Betts spinning away up and under against Kayla Alexander. And it's tough at that size. You know, you have nice touch, you have good footwork. You're going to be really hard to defend.
USA with a 5-point lead, and Canada needs some time to talk things over. Rakia Jackson has been a go-to scorer for Team USA throughout the competition, averaging 13.5 points. She's got 4 today. Here's how she's done them.
Quick start, right? Gets the ball to elbow here, jab, step, and attacks. Edwards here, drops it in. But she just looks aggressive. The right dribble, creates a little space, gets the defense on the heels a bit, and it stops and pops into her jump shot. And for USA, she's been one of the players that's really been physical right from the get of this tournament, right from the start of this tournament. Hasn't been afraid of the contact, hasn't shied away. In fact, she's been the one to initiate it. You see her here today just extending the floor, showing her range, just showing you a bit she has a bit in her bag. The inside to outside game can put the ball on the floor a bit.
Deja Kelly makes the first, a 21-year-old from the University of North Carolina, part of the 7 newcomers to this national team for USA. And they both go down. Puerto Rico now in the house too, watching this game. They will face off against the loser of this contest for bronze. Fields driving, Kelly giving her a fit. Alexander baseline, no go. Last touch by USA. Seven-point advantage for USA. 4.5 to play. Edwards, turn and shoot.
That's her sweet spot. That is her sweet spot. She's so comfortable getting it right in the elbow and getting into her jump shot. Soft touch.
Osborne off the screen from Betts. Seven to shoot. Osborne driving. A kick, Barker, dribble, 3, top of the key. Hits it in Edwards' face.
That's a tough shot. There's nothing you can do there. That was great defense, especially on Carly, on the primary ball handler and fighting over those screens. And Edwards closing out. Big time play by Barker.
Edwards flashing, Betts there. Dribble up, Edwards gets past her, Betts cleans up the board. Kelly driving, kick to the corner, feed to Betts. Alexander's there. The putback on the weak side, Barker.
And Betts, she attracted two there. Everybody forgot about Barker. The ball got loose, and she just had an easy two.
Prosper driving right.
Strong attack.
Deja Kelly, wing 3. This one would count for all 3. Her feet were behind the line. Fields surveying. Prosper here on the baseline. Spears guarding her. She shakes her, and she has back-to-back buckets.
Show me the money.
Osborne running the O for USA. Kelly inside to Barker, high-low, Betts left alone.
And then that 2-3 zone, Barker did a great job flashing to the high post and dropping it down to Barker. Backside of the defense fell asleep.
Hand off back to Kali. Prosper on the cut. She's on the free throw line. To Fields. Pull up in the face of Osborne. Edwards doing work in the paint, and a foul.
Strong fight down low.
It's going to be against Barker, and she's already walking off the court.
Shot goes up, and Edwards just in right place, right time, getting herself inside position.
A lineup change here for Team USA. Betts is off. Rakia Jackson, Angel Reese, and Felia back on the floor. 2 shots here, awaiting Aaliyah Edwards. The 20-year-old who plays for UConn misses the first. Huge game for Edwards against Argentina yesterday in the quarterfinals. 13 points, 16 rebounds. Three points for her here in the first half. Sammy Hill checks in for the first time for Canada. She'll pick up Osborne here on the top of the the zone defense. Pass taken away. Finding down low, Alexander, clear look, it's disrupted in the back. Reese had a piece of it, but they're saying it was a foul.
And Alexander does her work early. She gets down low, runs down, carves out deep low post position. You can just see a big target. Teammates get her the basketball. So easy that way, right? If your big runs the floor, gives you a big time target and has a defense on the back, all you have to do is drop it inside, and the defense is at your mercy to foul or basket.
Angel Reese picking up a personal foul here and getting an explainer from the official there on the baseline. So Alexander, the captain of Team Canada, on the free throw line, plays over in France. Leads the tournament in rebounding, 13 a game, and cleared those 2 from the free throw line. So a rotation that we haven't been able to see a whole lot of here for Team USA. We're going to see Betts and Angel Reese on the floor together.
That's a whole lot of size.
Ophelia driving left. Clean look, kiss off the glass.
Great job moving the basketball, shifting the defense. Ophelia attacking the defense as they're rotating out.
Edwards driving left on Reese, turn, spin, take. Bank is open, baby.
Quick take, quick move. Bank's open after hours.
Under a minute to play here in the first. USA up by 5. Osborne needing some help here, 7 to go on the shot clock. A little congested on the right side. Poking away, Naira Fields. And she's the last one to touch it, so the effort will result in a Canada ball. Hill with the rock, the feed to Alexander, Betts on her back. Blocks. And the ball goes out of bounds, but a slow reaction from Team USA.
Good timing, though, by Betts, right? She knew the fadeaway was coming by Alexander, just timed it as she was fading, came across the block shot.
And Cammie Etheridge teed off at her team's effort there to recover that dead ball. So 10 seconds now on the shot clock. That's what the officiating crew was making sure was correct. Edwards driving at Reese. Going baseline. That one's blocked. Reese now running and gunning. Ophelia to the rack. A miss. Edwards covers. Sammy Hill in Canada with time. The look down low, Alexander trying to find a way through Betts, and nothing there. The end of the first quarter, USA holds on to a 5-point lead, 22-17.
USA came out aggressive, right? They came out right from the jump, and they knew they had to control the guard play of Canada. They came out in that first quarter, and that's what they did.
The best rebounders and blockers in the entire tournament are on the floor right now with Canada and USA. Everything on the line here.
Quick start for Alexander with an elbow jump shot. Every part of the rim, but a soft touch. And here you see Jackson Jab step attacking the basket. Nice easy lay. Great job playing off of the contact, playing through the contact rather than not looking for any call from the official. And Prosper, offensive rebound, left hand, kiss. Great pass there, Coley off the curl. Prosper to bounce pass. She's young, but she's savvy. You see Betts just being dominant down low, force against Alexander, up and under.
And USA covering their bases, playing some staunch defense. If you haven't done so already, make sure you scan the QR code on your screen and download the Courtside 1891 app. That's where all the games, schedules, scores. It's probably how you're watching this game right now. Start of the second quarter, USA up by 5. This is the semifinal game for the FIBA Women's AmeriCup. Canada, the higher seed and favorite on paper here today. Desmina Barton alongside Javon Shepard, the former Canadian national team member. USA looking to three-peat and find their way in that gold medal game. Canada, they don't want to be left off. Last AmeriCup, they were a 4th place finish. A win today secures them a gold or silver. Backdoor cut, disrupted Kali. The steal and feed. Johnson trying to stay with Fields. Gets knotted up, and this is going to be a foul against Betts.
You see the attack here by Fields, and you've got to know, Betts coming all the way across the body, you've got to know that Betts is going for every block, right? So with that being said, attack the body, and she's going to come across your body.
Fields hits the first. One for two. Alexander, though, cleaning up the glass. This possession counts for 3 for Canada.
That's the fight, right? That's what's kept Canada in the game. That's 8 offensive rebounds for them.
Betts now. And an offensive foul, back-to-back fouls here going against Lauren Betts, as the official saying she hooked Alexander on the spin.
You can see there the offhand as she's dribbling with the left. She used the right to hook Alexander. She's coming across the key.
So Betts is off, Reese stays on. Canada down by 2. Hill off the curl. And Akali with 4 to shoot. She'll drive right at Reese. And Reese certainly impacted that drive.
Yeah, that's what you call being disruptive, right? Coley gets into the paint, and she's trying to get the ball as far away from Reese from being blocked and goes over the backboard.
Johnson, pull up 2, misses, tapped away by Reese. And we'll see Jim check on for Edwards. And then Charisma Osborne back on the floor for USA. Alexander, Fields comes back for it. Mid-range jumper, short. Alexander going to work. Needs some assistance. Kali spotted up. She'll try to get it to her. Ejim, another try. Alexander, all the footwork in the world, and a foul.
You knew you were going to get something positive out of this, right? The basketball gods are going to reward you. You're getting on the offensive glass. You're fighting there. Alexander, made something out of nothing here. Forced Reese to foul. You see the up and under, the reach at the last second there. Gets Alexander. Get herself to the line, and it's a good opportunity for Canada. Clock stop. You get two, regroup, and talk about what you're going to do on the defensive end.
So Janiyah Barker checks in for Reese. Scoreboard I'm looking at says 1 personal foul for Reese. One for 2, Naira Fields. Again, another opportunity for Canada. Owning the board so far in this contest. Barker down low to Rakia Jackson. Spin going up Ejim. That one's good.
Jackson's a silent assassin. Knows she has a small defender here. Just gets the basket, just makes a play. Give me the ball, I'll get you a bucket.
Hill on the cut. A miss. Spear, wing shot, off. Jackson tracks it down. She go back to work against Kali, clocking in for the day, and she will head to the free throw line. That's gonna be the second personal foul for Shea Kali.
Kia going to the line for a chance for her 7th and 8th point. Barker here dropping it into the post against Ejim. She just turns over her left shoulder and kisses it off the glass.
And so here we have a substitution for Canada. Aaliyah Edwards on, Alexander off. And Koenig preparing to step in. Jackson, the University of Tennessee guard, misses the first. Hits the second. So Angel Reese back on the floor for USA, and welcome Aislinn Koenig to the competition. Canada's ace shooter. What an effort there by Osborne. And maybe that replay camera showed a different outcome.
That's why we're sitting over here.
We have the best vantage point in this place. Fields driving left, will stop her dribble. Edwards comes for it and will get the 2 points.
Listen, if you get Edwards the ball, the free throw line extended, just
will stop her dribble. Edwards comes for it and will get the 2 points.
Listen, if you get Edwards the ball, the free throw line extended, just inbound the basketball and set up your offense, because it's easy money. It's going to be a bucket. She's so comfortable shooting the basketball from there.
Johnson, kick, corner, a miss there by Osborne. Fields eyes down court, Ejim posting. Edwards going by Barker, Ejim, that ball is disrupted. And Reese comes up with the rebound. Osborne in front of Kali. It goes down.
They turn garbage into gold there. You can just see everybody didn't really know what offensive set they were in. There was a bit of confusion. And Osborne just stops and pops behind 2 feet behind the three-point line.
Barker on Edwards here. Challenger to put the ball down and gets the offensive foul called. Edwards' first personal of the game.
You see Osborne teeing it up.
Deja Kelly back on the floor for Team USA. Osborne driving, floater, misses. Reese trying to stick with it. Canada sends Prosper back on the floor. Edwards on the wing now. Will pull the trigger for a long two. A miss. Deja Kelly with the board and pushing for Team USA. Finds herself right in the lane. A miss. Reese and Alexander going for it. Loose ball. Last touched by Canada.
That's a fight. Kelly keeping the ball alive. So, excuse me, Reese keeping the ball alive there. Diving on the ball, a 50-50 ball.
Velia to inbound here. Fresh shot clock for Team USA. Rakia Jackson with the ball in the wing. Little skip pass to Osborne. Had a decent look, and she makes them pay.
Well, she just knocked one a couple possessions before. She comes back right back down, and she's still hot. This one was a much easier one. In rhythm, ball gets kicked to her, knocks it down. Rakia Jackson with a great vision there. See her on the weak side.
A 9-5 run for Team USA. Betts fired up, and Canada taking a timeout here. Charisma Osborne able to show us what she's able to do from downtown.
This one here, rhythm three. And this was off a broken play where the offense, where nobody really knew what offense they were running. Rakia Jackson here, flare screen, cross-court pass. Osborne knocking it down. Feeling good about herself from the three-point line.
Edwards turning, gives it to Prosper. Velia in front of her. And Prosper tried the lay-in with the left. Loose ball, covered by Charisma. Charisma, the University of California guard here. With the ball in the last couple of threes. She throws it away. Naira Fields, the steal. And she'll take it coast to coast.
Fields needed that, right? Hopefully this play can get her going.
Other end, Reese laying it in. No, a miss. Alexander, the outlet. Canada has numbers. Osborne says no way.
Fields here gets the steal, transition up in a tough finish. Tough finish.
Alexander to Fields, Osborne there, and Reese with the rebound. Deja Kelly into Reese, a dribble, spin, shoulder down, take with the left, misses, gets her own rebound. We'll try again, opposite side. That one blocked by Prosper.
Great defensive sense and feel. She comes out of nowhere with the block there on the backside. Reese taking a bit too much time. Prosper, as she's crossing the key, knocks it out of bounds.
Nine seconds on the shot clock. Deja Kelly to inbound for Coach Etheridge. Osborne gives it right back to Kelly in the corner. Driving. And Felia will step out of bounds.
How many times have we seen players step on that sideline out of bounds? They're just trying to get that back foot to push off, to accelerate.
So Canada ball, they trail by 6. About 3 minutes left here in the first half. Barker staying in front of Alexander here. Prosper down on the block. Felia.
Oh, she's creative. She is creative.
You can see now why Prosper is getting the start, the 18-year-old with this veteran Canadian squad as Barker answers on the other end.
And she's also fearless, right? She's one of the ones out there right now. She's just playing free, fun, and just fearless, absolutely fearless.
Fields, Osborne's guarding her. No whistle, Barker. And USA heading down court. Kelly, a little change of pace here. Kick to the corner, Felia driving. Lane clears up, and the whistle and foul against Prosper. Victor LaPena making a substitution there. Fields will get a breather, and we'll see his other youngster, Silas Swartz, on the court. On the free throw line, though, it is Layla Felia, the University of Michigan guard, hits the first one. Again, this Team USA is the #1 in the world, defending World Cup, Olympic, and AmeriCup champions. But the roster on the floor that came here to Leon, Mexico is a fresh crop of NCAA stars, a majority of them making their first time appearance for the senior team. Edwards and Barker just having a field day down here. Reese, the turn, doesn't go down. Holly picking up Kelly here. Will shake her on the left. Tough take, and she earns every bit of that.
And you can see that backside open up as Reese was rising for the screen. Kelly just rejected the screen and got downhill. There's no help in sight. She makes a tough finish. You can see getting down here, gets the advantage, gets a step on Coley, and then steps into the body as she's going up for the left-handed finish.
And the after-action report you gave Coley after that too was pretty ruthless. USA up by 10. Barker, fly from downtown. Reese cleans it up on the right side. No, gets her own rebound, clearing Alexander out of the way. A flex from her teammate Betts on the sideline.
And Reese is really good at that, her offensive rebounding ability without leaving the floor, right? She gets into the lower half of the defense and just clear space.
Barker hungry here, guarding Edwards. Edwards nearly steps out. Ball gets into the hands of Shea Colley, and she'll drill that from downtown. And some chatter back at Deja Kelly.
Oh, let's get this party started. Let's get this party started.
Teams are heated. There's a lot on the line.
It's free smoke, everybody. Free smoke. Listen, there's a chance at a gold medal game. That's what you're playing for right now. Nobody's backing down from nobody.
And ultimately, USA has already gotten a bid to that Olympic qualifying tournament. So it's the next best team or the top finishing team. So Canada has to make sure they're in that mix. Their Olympic dreams rest on it. Sword staying there with Osborne. Reese the high-low, Barker has it. And the offensive foul absorbed there by Swords.
Swords there, just knew it right away. She's gonna take the contact, draw this offensive foul, and Barker just puts a little bit too much of that shoulder into the chest of Swords.
Nyra Fields back on the floor. 17.1 seconds to go. Her team down by 10. Here comes Alexander for the screen. Fields gives it back. One dribble, shot up, it's short. Colley, can she get it? That one won't touch anything. And at the buzzer here at the halftime break, USA out in front, 39-29.
USA, a great job controlling this first half. For Canada, you're going to need Fields and Colley really to come out and accept and invite, the pressure of USA and just manage it a bit more and orchestrate their offense. Just allow their team to get into some of their sets a bit more fluidly so they can get out, get some easy baskets. And then, you know what, again, they're doing well on the rebounds. You've got to now find some way to manufacture some offense from those possessions that you're getting on the offensive boards as well as the defensive rebounding.
USA also able to capitalize from three. Canada, we have not seen them be able to put it through the hoop yet from three. USA, they've had Canada's number 14-1, the all-time record when these two meet on the floor. And we knew that the battle would begin down in the paint.
That's where it has. Alexander there, getting you an easy bucket. Jackson, little contact with Ejim here, and then over the left shoulder. Nice finish. Alexander right in her money spot, right at the free throw line. Osborne here, out of a broken play. Wasn't much gonna happen for USA there, and she just found a way to make something happen. Flare screen knocks down another one.
And this USA squad, by far the best outing, best half we've seen them put together.
Yeah, and you and I spoke about that a number of times. It's when it's important to play your best basketball in this tournament is peaking, whether it be in the quarterfinals, semifinals. That's when you want to be playing your best basketball. And I think for USA, they've come out and the matchup against Canada is favorable, right? Guard-oriented team, a team that likes the pressure. Well, that's the same brand of basketball you like to play if you're Team USA. So they've come out and they weren't shocked like many of the other teams that Canada's played. And they invited the pressure, they welcomed the pressure, they adapted to it. But at the same time, they went out and applied just as much pressure, if not more, and got themselves for some turnovers and really just rattled Canada a bit. Deja Kelly there getting down into the paint, getting an easy basket. Here, Colley, corner three, talking her talk, and you can't be mad at it. Both of these teams are fighting for a chance at a gold medal.
Canada has a 10-point deficit to make back here at the break. It's USA out in front, 39-29. Javon and I will join you back at the start of the third. Don't go anywhere.
You need character. You need chemistry.
FIBA Basketball World Cup is the peak of the game.
It's the toughest competition in the basketball world to win.
That is why I will be there.
Because when you win for one,
You win for all.
Mexico working around the ball. A feed to Ramirez. She finishes.
That's a great look by Luna and a great cut.
O'Neal pull up three and Pico's face, and there it is.
Answer.
And this answer from Jennifer O'Neal.
Sidestep, three. Pow. Knock it down.
Rios to Prince. Little bunny jumper is good.
This time, quick drop, just a quick bucket. Here you see it. Betts, jumps, Prince, bucket. Downhill, now she has two. She's attracted to. All Prince has to do now is catch and just make that bucket.
Lara working in the paint for a screen. And Gonzalo says, get out of here.
Get that garbage out of here.
Not allowed in my house. Five-style baseball pass. Montero waiting for it. Other end baseline. Drilling the three from downtown.
Great shot, great read. Who really creates that play is Dantes running down the center of the floor. We're running there.
Roquete has spent more time on the court than any other player in this tournament. The feed to Fontana is good.
That's exactly how you loosen up the defense right away, right?
Brother asking her team, clear it out. Let me spin. Let me go to work. Got him. Another look.
Spinning off Hill as Hill's retreating. Just enough space to get off the floater.
Wants to pull the trigger, pulls the trigger, and hits the
my.
bullet.
Here again, Durantes with the tying basket, the shot fake from three.
Activated the three ball here early behind the pass. Behind the back pass to Barani. No one's stepping up. And Barani's going to score on you.
Here's your pass fake and nobody in the paint. Easy lay. Gredera behind the back pass. Fake for Barani and again.
Side ball game. Perez on the run. It's blocked by Guasmi. Puerto Rico ball. 4 seconds to go.
Shot down the stretch there. Guafney coming up with a big time block.
And friends, we are going to overtime. Welcome back inside the Monteleferia. Despina Barton alongside Javon Shepard, the former Canadian national team member. It is USA out in front by 10 here at the halftime break, Javon. And for Canada, they have led this competition in scoring, and they're shooting nearly 30% from the field today. What stands out to you after the first 20 minutes?
Well, the big part of that is you're going to need Shea Coley and Naira Fields to step up and have a better second half, right? Both of those two are combined 3 for 19. And you can have off shooting days, but in a game like this, in a guard-oriented game, those are your primary ball handlers, right? So they've got to find some way to get themselves going because that ignites your team. I think Canada's done a great job on the offensive rebounds, 12 offensive rebounds. They haven't shot the ball well, but they found a way to keep themselves alive there. But those two, they've got to be the ignition to this team. And as far as Team USA goes, they're shooting 50% from the floor. So whatever they done in the first half, you bottle that up, and you come out in the second half and you do the same thing. I think what's really helping them is the 6 block shots in that first half. And even if they aren't blocking shots, they're being disruptive, and really just that thought of having shot blockers down low, right, is deterring Canada from some of the shots that they would have normally taken. So for both teams, some things to adjust on, and obviously for Team USA, a lot of good things to work on. But for Canada, you're going to need those two guards to really step up as they've done over the course of this tournament, and you see what the caliber, the ceiling of this team when those two are clicking.
This is the semifinal, so the winner today will move on and secure a podium finish here at the FIBA Women's AmeriCup, and will get one step closer to sealing an Olympic qualifying bid to the tournament there. This is all about getting to Paris 2024. And the winner between Canada and USA will go on to meet Brazil in that championship game tomorrow here from León, Mexico. For Canada, USA has owned them 14-1 all time in the series. The last time Canada has defeated USA was 1975 at the World Championships. Can they get over that hump here, Javon?
It's going to be an uphill battle, but I trust that this team is the more experienced team. If you really look at both rosters, Canada has more depth. So, you watch that first half away, you go into the locker room, you talk about it, you come out, you play poised, you play with passion, and again, you play with heart. And sometimes you just have to will yourself to a victory, and it never has to be pretty. At the end of the game, one team wins and one team loses.
It was Canada who finished 4th, just off that podium in 2021 in the AmeriCup. But we saw Canada go on and play in the World Cup in Sydney, Australia. Both of these teams there on that stage. In the corner, getting some work in early there. Blocked, though, by Reese. And an early denial for Fields. Reese, top of the key, she'll drive. Loses the ball, Canada has it. And Shea Coley moving forward. Fields, 3 ball, won't drop. Another chance here. Edwards, elbow shot, a miss, and a foul going against Angel Reese. Her second personal, and pretty early here.
You mentioned it earlier, you said it. Under that rim, under the basket, it's gonna be a battle. You have the best rebounders in the tournament.
This ball slipping off the hands of Edwards. Last touch by USA, the official says, so Canada will keep the ball. Coley needs some help. So Naira Fields with the rock. Pull-up jumper contested. That one will go down.
Tough shot. They have Shea Coley playing the ball, playing on ball primarily, and Naira Fields off the ball, trying to get her offense going a bit.
Rakia Jackson backdoor. Met with the double team, kicks it to Reese. A little hot potato action here with the ball for Team USA.
That's twice you've had Reese in that free throw line area just handling the basketball. You can just see she's not comfortable with it. Naira Fields right to left crossover, takes the contact from Osborne. Could have been a foul there, but just makes a tough shot.
Alexander looking for the cutter. Fields head down, shot up, and it's an offensive. Fields' first personal.
That's Osborne just playing some good defense, right? Staying in front, using it, moving her feet.
Johnson, Rakia Jackson driving down the lane. Glass won't help her this time. A late whistle on the floor. This one gonna go against Naira Fields. You're seeing her tied up there with Angel Reese. So back-to-back personal fouls for Fields. Jackson, free throw line. It's off. Alexander covers the rebound. Delia in front of Prosper. Ball back in Colley's hands. 3 ball off. And a foul from Jackson.
That's going to be a technical.
Jackson had some extra words with the official following the whistle. And so you're right, Javon, a technical foul. And that's her 4th. Fields with 8 points now after that made free throw, and Canada gets the ball back. Betts on the floor for USA. Fields driving right through the gut. Lots of hands. Deja Kelly running the offense for USA. Screen off Barker. And Fields again? I asked that with a question mark, and that is correct. 3 fouls for Naira Fields here in 2.5 minutes. The challenge gets greater to play cool. Betts rolling. Kelly and her a little too tight. Johnson holding on to that rebound underneath the basket, makes the play.
She just finds a way. She finds a way there.
Edwards on the other end, the pass and toss up from Colley, too much.
And Colley calling for her own sub there. She just knows whether it's fatigue or just, you know, that a tough play, tough pass right there. Need some time to regroup, and come back into the game. That's maturity.
Betts going to work. That one's off. Loose ball. Foul, Canada. And this one going against Edwards this time. So fresh shot clock. USA under their own basket. Barker with the ball. Johnson to Betts. Back. Johnson strokes it. A miss. Fields. And Canada moving down court. Barker and USA with the stop. No. Prosper keeps it alive. Fields now from 3, and that one will sting. Betts, one-on-one with Alexander here. Help from the glass.
That's a tough matchup. Betts gets that ball at that position there. Kayla did a great job just forcing her out, not allowing her to get deep, low post position. She gets into her move and kisses off the glass.
Backdoor cutter, Prosper, good for 2.
Baseline cut, great find, great finish.
Alexander, by the way, with this matchup with Betts, 32 years old. She's got an extra 13 years of experience there on Lauren Betts on the block. Team USA by far the youngest unit here in León, Mexico. Edwards trying to pull it down. Some USA fans wanted a traveling call.
And the second time's a charm, right? Length of the court for the pass. Edwards catches it, gets her feet right, and a nice layup.
Kelly laying on the left, misses. Johnson there again, turn, spin, yes!
That's court awareness. Gets the rebound, offensive rebound, spins away from 2 defenders and floats it up.
And the knockaway, Barker running the lane. Deja Kelly waiting for someone to pick her up, a miss. And Sammy Hill now hitting a flashing Alexander. Barker comes as a disruptor. And a whistle. Oof. Oof. Whole lineup change here for Team USA, as that was Barker's 3rd personal. Coachable moment here. Coach LaPena taking some time with his squad as Kayla Alexander, the captain for Canada, will make the extra point. Cuts the lead to 3. Prosper on Kelly. Will stay back. Wing shot. Rolls around. Won't drop in. Edwards. Prosper. Spear had her back in a mismatch.
Big time play. Big time call. Prosper had a smaller spear on her. That's a great call to get her the basketball, and she just takes advantage, gets it to her left hand, over her right shoulder. Just know she has the matchup. This is what she wants. 2 dribbles, over right shoulder, nice finish.
So Canada brings the game within 1, and quickly Coach Etheridge and USA call it timeout. Naira Fields on the court, playing with 3 fouls. She's got 11 points.
She's come out aggressive in the second half, right to left crossover, only had 5 points in the first half, has 6 here in this quarter already. Step out here for the 3. And she's had a tough day, right? But you come out the second quarter, you know that your team needs you, you step up. That's all you can ask for.
Osborne looking for Betts. Alexander staying in front. Felia driving. Spear now in the corner. Into Betts. 3 jerseys crashing down around her. Reese with the rebound. 1 dribble, power through. How about the other side? No. Betts now. 3rd time's the charm for Team USA.
Well, when you have Angel Reese with 1 offensive rebound, and the second one is Betts at her size, that's a tough cover, right? And Betts comes up with the basket.
Russell through the lane, loses her handle.
You see there, Russell just a little out of control. Ball goes off her knee.
Osborne off the screen there from Betts. Elbow shot misses. Betts gobbles the board. How about a 3? Osborne this go around. And Canada has it. Osborne on Russell. Hill. 4 to shoot. Edwards will take that shot and hit it on the top of the key.
Big time shot. Big time shot by Edwards. They tried to get the play into Prosper, tried to get the ball into Prosper the whole set, and USA did a great job denying her.
A foul on the floor against Russell. You had Betts cutting back door. Things would have gotten a little feisty here.
You can see here Edwards' shot clock winding down. Just gets the right angle, right touch on it, great feel.
So for Team USA, who is the top team to get to the free throw line this tournament, we haven't seen them here very often. Jewel Spear out of the University of Tennessee hits the first one. And 2 for 2 for Spear. Alexander waiting for the cut. There's Prosper. Takeaway USA. Felia. Osborne to give it to Betts. Spear driving the lane, shakes, gets it to Betts, couple dribbles, going to work. She's clocked in, baby.
Tough finish again, right? The shot clock winding down about 4 seconds. The spacing was horrible on the set, but you get it into Betts, and she bails you out.
Betts has 10. Fields, free throw line. That's short. Edwards saves it to the wrong team. And Barker will take it to the rack. Barker just playing lights out.
That's passion. She's playing with some passion right now. That transition takes it, splits 2 with that long stride here by Alexander and Prosper, and just finish extended outside hand, the left hand there, and a nice touch off the glass. You can see the bench here. Everybody up, everybody excited. They know what time it is.
Time for Canada to take a timeout. USA pushing the lead out to 7. This young identity for Team USA has been the theme of relentlessness.
Betts here, 10 points and 4 rebounds today, but her points have been big. Offensive rebound there. You drop it into the post right here for her, and she goes, 2 dribbles into her left hand, right, her weak hand, and that's tough. That's a tough cover. You get a big that can finish on right, left, has footwork to get to both hands. You got to do your work early and not allow them to get the basketball.
Edwards, wing shot misses. Prosper there for another rebound. Kali, drive dish. Alexander laying on the left and one.
Great job there by Coley, using the ball screen, getting into the paint. The in and out crossover shifts the defense, and she sees enough to drop it down to Alexander. You see the in and out against Barker, drops it off. Betts is late recovering. He picks up the foul, the and one.
Nothing but net for Alexander. She's got 13 points for Team Canada. Under a minute to play here in the third. USA started with a 10-point lead at the break. Canada showing lots of resolve here. Osborne gets the ball back. Will put it up. Nothing there.
She gets herself in trouble by picking up her dribble, right? And they teach you that in grade school. Keep your dribble alive.
Kali to Prosper. Felia in front of her. 4 seconds before the shot clock expires. And Barker here gonna pick up her 4th. Team USA is very upset with this call. Edwards had her tangled up, and the angle very difficult to call. So on the free throw line, Aaliyah Edwards. One for 2 for Edwards, 12 on the night for the UConn star. So 9 seconds, Charisma Osborne for USA with the rock. Reese with the screen. Difficult time rolling. And a foul on the floor. But was that before the buzzer? It looks like the officiating crew is gonna make the call.
If it is before the buzzer.
And yes, 2 shots will be awarded here. So Angel Reese taking her spot. Another look with the high cam.
And Shea Coley just fighting and wrestling.
Reese, the lefty, drills the first. She's the captain of Team USA, coming off a national championship with LSU. Top scorer in the NCAA and top rebounder. And that will do it for the third. USA hangs on tight. They've got a 4-point lead with 10 more minutes to play, Javon.
This is what this is about, right? You have 10 minutes to play, a 4-point game for both teams. You have your game plans. There's nobody else walking through that locker room. I'll tell you what this is going to come down to. This is going to be Will and Hart going into this 4th quarter. This is winning time.
We'll walk you through the best plays here in the third quarter, and a lot of action underneath the hoop here for Team USA. Johnson, her court awareness on another level.
Fields here with the cross court, full length of the court pass. Edwards, great catch, like a wide receiver getting her feet together. Nice finish. And this going into the fourth quarter is going to be a battle between both of these teams, because as the game's gone on, you can just see they've both gotten their rhythm going. Prosper gets the mismatch right here against Spear and just attacks going to her left hand, and nice floater, great touch. You can see she was energized about that. Edwards at a free throw line jumper, which we've seen her hit time and time again. She just looks so comfortable in that area. And it's funny for a player that battles as much as she does under the basket, rebounds, and as tough as she is, she just has really nice touch, as does Betts here on the post move. Coley with an in and out crossover, drop off pass. Alexander left-handed finish and one.
Could you have asked for anything more here in a semifinals match? Canada, USA fighting to meet Brazil in the championship game tomorrow.
I don't know about you, but I know this is what I signed up for. I can't speak for the Spina, y'all, but listen, this the type of basketball that I've signed up for.
USA ball. Angel Reese to inbound. And 10 minutes to play. Spear is trying to set the screen there for Johnson. Needs some help. Betts thought about giving it to Reese. She'll shoot it instead. Reese with the rebound. Strong take at Alexander. It will stay here for USA. She passed up on giving the ball to Betts.
I said she's going to take it herself.
So 11 seconds on the shot clock. Betts here, elbow shot. A miss, and Alexander swooping in for the rebound.
She's taking two of those, right? If you're Canada, that's exactly what you want.
Kali full steam ahead. Kali behind the screen, three ball, a miss. Deja Kelly looking down court. Going at Hill, will throw it away. Prosper now. Pull up mid-range, that one's off. Edwards trying to play cleanup. Alexander will do the job.
The vet will get you right. Get the ball to the vet, and the vet will make a right decision. Deja Kelly on the play before, she's got to know the time, score, and just value the possessions, right? That's not a possession where you need to push the ball. If you don't have numbers, let's set something up.
Betts now going to work. Right side, laying good.
And on her gather, she clears so much real estate getting to the basket.
Johnson trying to stay in front of Kali there. Creates enough space, and there, Kali will capitalize.
Kali says it's game time. Let's play. Let's hoop.
Fourth quarter, baby. Kelly into Betts. Double team comes. Smothered up. It's a jump ball.
That's going to be Canada's ball. Betts got to be aware of that double team coming. And her teammates have to tell her as well, right? It's got to be it's a team effort. Kali here, driving left, a step back. Concentration. Osborne gets her hand on the basketball, Johnson rather, and she drops it in.
So Kali walking the ball up here. They're down by 2. Trailed by as many as 12 in this contest. Edwards going to work. Catches their own rebound out of bounds, and this time calls bank.
Some players want it and some players don't, and Edwards is one of the ones that do.
56 all. Reese on the block, slipping past Edwards.
That's just easy. She made it look so easy.
Colley, dribble to the left, a sidestep to create. Johnson, ball on the ground. Fields is trying to cover it. We have a jump ball, so USA gets it this go
USA
around.
to it, yep.
Kelly being guarded tightly here by Colley. Betts gives it back. Pull up elbow. Didn't take a whole lot of time to set that up. Colley and company with the ball. Naira Fields off the screen by Alexander.
Alexander had, oh.
They give it down low. Alexander working with Reese. Shakes her. Hook with the right.
And that ball didn't touch the floor once. The shimmy, step through, up, bucket.
Betts now calling for it on the other side. Johnson, top of the key for three. Does not drop. 58-58. Fields working behind the screen from Edwards. She
that's
instantly
big.
crashes, but
That's
doesn't
big.
need it.
That is big. You can feel the relief. Pulls up behind the screen. The defense doesn't get over. And that's textbook basketball. If the defense gets caught in the screen, you stop and you pop. And here you see Alexander shimmy, step through, lay, taking these young kids to school.
Canada elevates, and they take the lead, 61-58. Coach Etheridge and USA call timeout. Javon, if you're Team USA, what are you saying during this huddle?
Well, you've got to stop the bleeding, and get Canada to slow down and not allow some of these easy baskets. Kayla Alexander, 17 points, 9 rebounds, and a lot of them came right here, right? Around the basket, easy shots, veteran plays. She's just poised. Here you see her deep low post position. There's not much you can do here. Shimmy, shake, step through, bucket.
Fields on Deja Kelly. Rakia Jackson back on the floor for Team USA. Double comes, and she'll travel.
And that's experience with Alexander. Edwards doing a great job playing defense. Jackson turning into her move. And Alexander coming with the double team to sandwich her. No place to go. She sees her turning. Smart, heady play. Travel.
Prosper driving, pull up, wing shot misses. Jackson with the rebound. Janiyah Barker, 2 on the floor, playing with 4 fouls. Kelly, drive, gets it to Barker. Strong take, Jackson there for the putback. No, won't go down. Canada ball. And a serious momentum shift here in Canada's favor.
You can just see in the body language of USA right now. You can just see the youth. All right, somebody's got to take this team and be an extension of your head coach on the floor right now and rally this group together.
The most veteran player on the team for Team USA is Janiyah Barker there guarding Alexander. She has actually had 3 appearances on the national team, but she's only 19. That's your most experienced player on the court for this American squad. So Deja Kelly creating.
Right to left here, slow to quick, kind of call it asleep. And it's going to be important right now that when the ball's in Deja Kelly's hands, for her to control the game, control the tempo. She doesn't need to attack just to score the basketball, but she's got to read the defense of Canada and make plays as well, her and Osborne.
So Deja Kelly, 21-year-old out of the University of North Carolina, hits the first. Two for Kelly. And she'll sub out. Jewel Spear will step on. Prosperoff and Sammy Hill on for Team Canada. One-point ball game, 4:40 to play. Fields to Edwards, driving in. The give to Alexander. Straight up there is Jackson. Talk about control, both Jackson and Barker on the floor for Team USA with 4 fouls. Jackson, pull up mid-range, nice answer.
And as tense as this game is, Jackson's cool as a fan. She walks into that jump shot there, bobbles the ball a bit, but unfazed.
Colley driving, trying to clear some space. Will shoot over Felia, a miss. Rebound by Spear. Charisma Osborne with the ball for USA. Fields beats her to the spot. She'll reset. 7 to shoot. Ball intended for Barker. This one flies, rolls in and out. Edwards. Alexander Barker giving her some trouble. 5 to shoot. Fields. That one's short, and Barker gets a little tangled up here, and the foul against Canada.
For as physical as this quarter has been, right? 3 minutes left in the quarter, and there's only been 2 foul calls.
That one was against Alexander. Just her second personal. Reese, pass goes through her hands. Fields, full steam ahead.
Big time finish. Pushes the length of the court. You know, she didn't even have numbers there, but she did a great job of just dipping into Reese's body and finishing as she creates that contact.
Osborne dribbling. Fields can't take her eyes off that ball. The pass into Reese, we'll call it a pass.
They're gonna get basket interference. It's gonna count for 2. Right now, that's just a big time bailout for USA. Great job by Reese fighting on low, because right now the offense is really stagnant, right? And even the last shot there that Osborne took, there you see the penetration, great contact, great initiation of the contact, great finish. The last shot that Osborne had to take was out of emergency. All right, there's no movement, no outlets for passes. And Reese is really bailing her team out.
2:30 to play. USA up by 1. Winner meets Brazil in the AmeriCup championship game. Colley, and an offensive foul. That's gonna be Colley's 5th. She will go to the bench.
Kelly just good job moving her feet, shuffling her feet there. I mean, you could be tough on her for some of the decisions on the offensive end, but that play right there, she gave you what you needed. Hiked up her shorts, slapped the floor and said, I'm gonna lock up.
So Colley's out the rest of the game for Canada. And Deja Kelly and USA now with the ball. Driving with the left, deflected. Alexander, get out of my house. Rakia Jackson makes the move past Edwards.
She's ready. She's ready to play.
And a timeout called quickly here by Canada.
Big time play. That's 11 points for Jackson, and she's playing with 4 fouls, right? So for her to take that basketball, be as aggressive as she is, she's playing with some heart right now.
The youngest of fans enjoying this contest, Team America, and some parents in the stands sitting behind Javon and I here. Maybe Rakia Jackson's parents are in the stand. She's got 11 points, 5 rebounds, and the flex right now.
Just to push, bobbles the basketball, but so cool, knocking down the jump shot. She's ready for anything, penetrating here, sees 2 defenders, steps through away, nice finish, nice passion. Listen, she said there's about 1:56 to go. She's here to close this game out.
Canada ball, they're down by 3. Reese is on Alexander, loose ball. Reese having to stay down here. Prosper. Reese had a hand in knocking that away from Prosper. USA coming up with a steal.
Coach once told me the way a play starts is very telling in how it's going to finish.
Kelly to Osborne here, top of the key. Jackson turns. Gonna take a dribble at Edwards. Edwards falling on top of it. Felia gets blocked by Prosper. It's a shot clock violation. The play will stop. Canada with a win out on that possession. They want that basket to count. Fields walking the ball up for Canada. Alexander to screen. Gonna keep working here, tries to shake Osborne. 6 to shoot. Fields takes an NBA Ranger, and Deja Kelly coming up with the rebound. She'll clear out. And this young squad for Team USA is gonna have to play real smart. Prosper smothering. Kelly trying to keep her head above water. Osborne, feed down low to Reese. Poked away by Alexander. On the ground is Reese, and she's trying to call a timeout.
There's a jump ball. It's going to go to Canada. And see, that right there is one of the youthful play. There you can see it. That timeout has to come from the sideline. FIBA rules are a little different from what some of the ladies are used to in college.
So 30 seconds. Canada ball, Edwards here. Rakia Jackson in front of her. Fields off the screen, 3 ball, it is short. So here comes the press. Jackson to inbound. Osborne and USA here with Deja Kelly, get it across. Kelly's gonna get the foul.
Canada has one more foul to give before they're in the bonus.
Fields is 4th. 13.4 seconds to play. Shea Colley already fouled out for Canada here. And a timeout is called by Coach La Peña. He wants a few seconds to talk this over. What are you saying if you're Team Canada?
Well, you've got to go for the steal off of the first pass, the first inbound there. You got about 1 or 2 seconds where you're trying to get a steal, but then you got to foul and play the free throw game. The shot clock is already off.
USA ball. They have a 3-point lead. Betts back on the floor. And they will take a moment to group up at midcourt before Layla Filia will inbound. Osborne calls for it. She's in the corner. Sammy Hill tracking her down, trying to deliver a foul here. I believe Edwards is the one that hands it over. And so we are in the bonus. USA will get to shoot 2. And Angel Reese will sub back on the floor, as will ball handler Raven Johnson. So Charisma Osborne, 21-year-old out of the University of California, misses the first. Has a chance to make it a 2-possession play with a made free throw. She does just that. Alexander to inbound, 9 seconds to shoot. USA just has to play safe here, and they will see themselves in that championship game. Ball up, Fields has it. The 3 ball is up, it is short, and it is Rakia Jackson that pulls down the final rebound. Team USA, you guys are moving on to the gold medal game. What a performance by the youngsters, Javon.
This was, this was a spirited win for Team USA. They came out and, right from the get-go, there was a lot of pressure against Canada. They put a lot of pressure on Canada and really rattled the guards of Canada, which didn't allow them to get into their offense as fluidly and comfortably as we've seen them. They were tough, they were gritty. They pushed the tempo of the game, and then there was a number of plays where they just got on the offensive glass and, didn't make the initial shot, but they just had the will and the heart to come up with a second chance opportunity. So what that was, it was just winning plays. And coming into the fourth quarter, they executed when they needed to. Was it pretty? No, but they came out with a victory, and guess what? They're on to a gold medal match.
And their USA fans are along for the ride. USA at all costs, surviving and advancing the name of the game. And for Coach Cammie Etheridge and Team USA, they said that they matched up better against Canada, and they knew they were going to come out and they were going to play better than they did in that scrimmage. And right now, USA just showing a ton of love for their nation, their fans, their family. What a ride. They get a ticket to face off against Brazil in that gold medal game tomorrow night.
Looks like we're going to have a good one on our hands. It's the rebounding battle there, and 48-43.
This young team learning to close out some tight games.
Tight games, finding ways to win. And that's what's important, right? Is how do you find ways to close out games, close out quarters, close out possessions? And like I mentioned before, it never has to be pretty. But if you find a way to muster up a win, right, nobody talks about what happened before.
And Team USA saw some adversity. They lost that third quarter, right? Canada outscored them, cut the game lead. USA under distress. Everybody had some foul trouble issues they were contending with. Kali exited the game.
Yeah, but when she fouled out, that really hurt Canada, because she came out in the second half and she was really running the point guard for them, right? And they're running everything for her. They were, getting some good looks, and there was the team was a bit more at ease. So when she was out with her fifth foul, that really deflated Canada.
And Alexander, what a performance by her, the leading rebounder in the tournament. Had 17 points to lead the way for Canada, but it wasn't enough.
She played like a veteran, right? And you have to tip your hat to her. She came out and you could just see she put her team on her back. And no, she's not the most vocal, but her play speaks volumes. Came out there and just really did what she's supposed to do as a veteran, led this team. Jackson here with one of her big shots, player of the game. And again, getting into the basket, getting around the basket here, stepping away from the defense. Those are some of the winning plays, the tough plays that Team USA made down the stretch to really come up with this 4-point victory.
And Jackson played the entire fourth quarter with 4 fouls on her back. Team USA, the rallying call, the flex. Lauren Betts, she had herself a game too, and they get to clap it up because they're going to the finals here in León, Mexico. A look at the final scores here on the day. Brazil defeating Puerto Rico 85-74, and of course USA skirting past Canada here to seal their bid to the gold medal round. Here's a look at that bracket. Puerto Rico and Canada will fight it off for third place. And then Brazil, USA, toe-to-toe for the gold medal. And Brazil already here sealing a qualifying bid to the Olympic qualifying tournament in February. For Javon Shepard, I'm Despina Barton. The final score, Team USA 67, Canada 63. We will see you tomorrow night for that championship game.